Welcome back to the channel. Here's a bunch of awesome deals for games on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Record of Lodoss War-Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth is a wonderful Metroidvania that is very much inspired by the classic Castlevania Symphony of the Night game. You can definitely see it in the visual style, the general movement of the lead character, as well as in some of the gameplay mechanics. That said, it does provide some nice twists on the classic gameplay formula, with a heavy emphasis on Deedlit's bow and arrow, not only for general combat, but also for use in solving many puzzles in the labyrinth. Gameplay also revolves around the heavy use of magic in combat and the elemental spirit system that allows you to absorb and pass through certain attacks in combat, as well as deal with traps that you come across in your journey. The game is an absolute indie gem, and one that Metroidvania fans should definitely check out, regardless if they know anything about the Record of Lodoss War franchise or not. It's back on sale at its previous low price of $14.99 until May 30th. Drainus is a game that is made by the same developer behind Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth. Unlike most of Team Ladybug's games, this is a scrolling shooter instead of a Metroidvania or an action platformer game. The main gimmick of this shooter is the reflector that allows you to absorb damage and fire it back at enemies, but also allows you to retain some energy to be used for upgrades for both offense and defense. It's almost like a different take on the Gradius upgrade system. Just like the previous game, the art style is just as slick with its pixel graphics. Definitely check this one out if you love shoot 'em up games, especially ones with a bit of strategy to the gameplay. It's on sale for $13.99 until May 30th. Touhou Luna Nights was developed by the makers of Record of Lodoss War-Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth and Drainus, and for Team Ladybug, it is considered to be their first major hit. A Metroidvania that is also very much inspired by the Castlevania series, it features excellent gameplay and a heavy use of magics and the ability to stop time for combat and puzzle solving. Some of those gameplay mechanics probably sound familiar because they ended up using some of those elements and ideas for Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth. Of course, the game has some excellent pixel art, which Team Ladybug has become known for too. This game has gone on to win a ton of praise for its fast and fluid gameplay and overall design. Trust me, go check the reviews, you'll see, this is a very loved indie game. If you want to pick it up, now's a good time. It's on sale for $12.59 until May 30th. Metal Slug meets Feathers and Beaks in Mighty Goose, an excellent run and gun game that features a goose donning battle armor to take on the Void King and his minions. Now there's no shying around it. The gameplay is very similar to the Metal Slug games, with its non-stop shooting action, screen-filling bosses, and plenty of weapons and vehicles to use. A big change though from the legendary arcade series, besides the goose thing and all, is that in between stages, you'll be able to upgrade the Mighty Goose and his abilities and customize things to your preferred playing style. This is a fun, arcade-style game, it's great in local co-op too, and it's a game I feel like everyone should check out. It is just an awesome game all around. It's on sale for just $7.99 via the latest eShop sale. The Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors is a remake of a game called The Ninja Warriors Again that was originally released for the Super Famicom, which in turn was a retelling of the Ninja Warriors arcade game. Here the graphics have been completely redone with a new widescreen presentation, and it has new additions to the gameplay, including new playable characters, changes to the enemy patterns, and a new soundtrack. It's a fun, simple hack and slash game that is very much worth picking up at $5.99. Now there is a sale to celebrate the release of Rainbow Cotton on the eShop, where you can actually get a few of the other games in the series for super cheap. In last week's video, I mentioned that Cotton Fantasy might just be the best game yet in the series, and I fully stand by that statement. It's a great shooter, it has tons of replayability, with a bunch of different characters to choose from, with their own playstyles to match, unlockable levels, and the ability to choose your own path by selecting what stages you wish to take on each time you play. It's a great game that I think every shoot 'em up fan needs to check out. It's on sale for $9.99, which is a brand new low price for the game on the eShop. The Cotton games for the classic 16-bit systems are also on sale, and they are uber cheap, going for brand new low prices on the eShop. Cotton 100% is a game that was originally made exclusively for the Super Famicom, and contrary to another game that was released later called Cotton 2, this is actually the second game in the series. It plays very similar to the first Cotton game. It's a horizontal shooter with familiar Cotton elements, like the ability to level up your shot through EXP that you earn, magic attacks, a fantasy setting, and the like. That said, it's a solid shooter, and for only $2.49, I mean, if you like shoot 'em ups, there is no reason not to get this. Panorama Cotton was a game originally released for the Sega Mega Drive, and this one is quite different in gameplay, and it's actually the predecessor to Rainbow Cotton. It's a 3D shooter or rail shooter like Space Harrier. It's actually pretty impressive all things considered, especially when you take into account the hardware the game is on. It's a fun game too, and even though it's different in gameplay, all the elements of a Cotton game is there, the upgrade shot system, the magic attacks, and the like. It's a fun game, and again, just like Cotton 100%, at $2.49, it's a very easy game to recommend for the price. For more shoot 'em up fun, check out the G-Darius Cosmic Collections, which contains a bunch of games from the series across 2 collections. G-Darius Cosmic Collection Console focuses on the console side of the series history, and it has 6 games across 9 different versions. It has G-Darius 2, Sagaia for the Genesis, Sagaia for the Master System, G-Darius Twin, which was for the Super Famicom, as well as the North American release, G-Darius Force, Supernova, G-Darius Alpha, and G-Darius Plus. The arcade collection has 4 titles across 7 versions. It has the original, new version, and extra versions of the first arcade game G-Darius. It has G-Darius 2, the dual screen version, as well as both versions of Sagaia and G-Darius Gaiden. Both collections are on sale for $17.99 until May 25th. G-Darius is actually a collection too, though it might not seem like that by the title. See, this actually contains every version of G-Darius. It has the original arcade version, as well as the rarer version 2 updated release, and each version has a brand new HD version of it. Finally, this release also includes the consumer version, which is the version that was originally released for the PS1 back in the day. In addition, there's a bunch of neat gadgets to track your in-game stats, as well as a ton of settings to adjust the experience to your needs. Regardless of which version or versions you play, G-Darius is a classic. It's considered to be one of the best shoot-em-ups ever made, with its unique gameplay system of capturing enemies to join your side, and the fact that you get access to every version ever in just one simple package is a pretty sweet deal. It's a deal made even better with the fact that you can get it for just $11.99. Shoot 'em up fans, do yourself a favor and make sure to get this when you can. As much as I like the Bobble games, I just actually might like the Puzzle Bobble series a little bit more, and the latest game in the series is a freaking gem of a game. It features a pretty lengthy story mode, with tons of stages to play that provide neat twists of the gameplay as you progress. There's tons of characters to unlock and play as, and a bunch of multiplayer modes for versus and co-op play, including 4-player co-op and story mode. In addition, there's online play options, and even a crossover game mode, Puzzle Bobble vs. Space Invaders. If you're a fan of the series, or just love puzzle games, or looking for a good multiplayer game, then check out Puzzle Bobble Everybubble. It's a worthy pickup for the Switch. It's on sale for $27.99, 30% off until May 25th. Also, if you're just craving the old school game, In Games does have Puzzle Bobble / Buster Move, which contains the 16-bit Super NES and Super Famicom versions of the classic game. It's on sale for a couple bucks off at $5.99. Fresh off a sale, Hamster is back with another mini arcade archive sale with more Neo Geo games at discount. This time the sale includes the Super Spy, which is on sale for the first time ever, as well as Metal Slug X, Robo Army, World Heroes 2, and Stakes Winner. Honestly, out of the bunch, I just recommend getting Metal Slug X. It's an updated version of Metal Slug 2 that uses the engine of Metal Slug 3, and for most Metal Slug fans, it's considered to be one of the best games in the series. To be fair though, just about every Metal Slug game is fun, so yeah, just get Metal Slug X, it's the best one out of the bunch. It's Minecraft's 15th anniversary, and pardon me while I fade into dust, because I can't believe it's that old. But anyway, it's pretty much on sale everywhere, including the eShop. The digital version is going for a brand new low price of $14.99 on Nintendo Store, while a deluxe edition that adds some goodies like maps and a texture pack and stuff is on sale for $5 more. Just note that regardless of which version you get, the Mario Mashup map is available in either version. Beyond that, there's Minecraft Dungeons, a fun, cooperative action-adventure RPG that allows you to team up with others in both local and online play as you explore and loot in a kind of Diablo meets Minecraft kind of way. It's honestly a fun game for what it is. And to add to the online play, it does support crossplay, so if a friend has it for another system or platform, you can still play together. The standard version is on sale for a brand new low price of $9.99 on the eShop, and I say go for the deluxe version. It includes all the extra maps and DLC, and it's honestly the complete intended experience. That's on sale for just $19.99. Finally, there's Minecraft Legends, which is an action real-time strategy game. I'll be honest, haven't played it personally, so I can't say yay or nay on this, but I've kind of heard some iffy things about it personally. For those who just want to pick it up anyway for the Switch, it is on sale with the standard edition for $19.99 and the deluxe edition with some extra skins and stuff for $24.99. I'm a big fan of the Monster Rancher series, but there hasn't been a new Monster Rancher game in so long, so to get a brand new one that's Kaiju themed, with monsters from the Ultraman franchise to boot, it's just something I could never imagine happening, but it's real. It's very real. For those not familiar with the Monster Rancher games, you summon monsters, and in the past it was through inserting discs, but it's now done with keywords. And then you go and train and raise them on your farm, and you prepare them for battling. As you progress, you'll encounter storyline secrets, go on quests, unlock rare monsters, and more. Honestly, it's a neat game concept, and here with this game, they go all in on the Kaiju aspect. But with the improvements they made to this game versus the earlier entries, this just might be the best game yet. If you really want a unique game for the Switch, check this one out. It's a blast once you get the swing of things. It's on sale for a brand new low price of $19.99 until June 1st. Oh, and fun fact about this game, this is a Switch exclusive. You can't get this game anywhere else. If you've been wanting to pick up the action RPG Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, you've been kind of wanting a way to get the game and all the DLC expansion stuff all at once or so, there is a version that contains everything in one bundle. Dubbed the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, a new Power Awakened set Legendary Edition. It contains the game, plus the new Power Awakened set thing, and the Trunks, Bardock, 23rd Tournament, and Goku's Next Journey DLC story expansions. Right now, it's on sale for $39.59, which compared to the Season Pass 2 DLC, that's $39.99 for itself. So this way, you get the game, plus the Trunks DLC, and whatnot for free with all the expansion stuff. Oh, and for those who haven't tried it out yet, I do recommend giving the demo a go. It's on the eShop if you're interested. I gotta say, one of Switch's best JRPGs is Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. The Princess Edition on Switch looks great, it plays well, but more importantly, it's a terrific game with a good story, a wonderful cast of characters, and the gameplay is a lot of fun, even with it going in a different direction with the monster aspect compared to the first game. It's on sale right now for $9.59, an absolute steal to be honest, and only the second time ever it's been on sale at that price. JRPG fans, if you're looking for a good game to sink your teeth into, then getting this for less than $10 is a great deal to hop on. Explore a cozy universe in Harmony's Odyssey, a game where you can solve over 100 diorama-themed puzzles as you move tiles to the correct order and location. It's a chill game, easy to pick up and play, and beyond those puzzles, there's a bunch of puzzle-themed mini-games to play, and it even has co-op play. It's on sale for $2.99, a brand new low price for it on the eShop, and at that price, honestly it's just an easy game to recommend. I love the BIT.TRIP games. They are indie game classics. The gameplay varies from each one. Runner, for example, is a 2D platformer, but some are shooting games, some are arcade games, but all of them have elements of a rhythm or music-based gameplay to it, hence the beat aspect to the name. At a brand new low price of $2 for the BIT.TRIP collection, you get 6 games in the series: BIT.TRIP Beat, BIT.TRIP Core, BIT.TRIP Void, BIT.TRIP Runner, BIT.TRIP Fate, and BIT.TRIP Flux. Gravity Circuit just might be one of the better indie games to come out in the last couple years. Gravity Circuit's gameplay features elements from many classic games like Ninja Gaiden, Bionic Commando, Mega Man, and even to a degree, classic beat-em-ups. Yeah, it's a crazy game for sure, but the gameplay is very fast and fluid, and fun as heck, and gives you plenty of options for taking down foes. This is a really cool action platformer that is just fantastic from start to finish throughout its 12 stages. Check it out when you can, but in the meantime, it's got a nice discount on the eShop, knocking it down to $15.39 until May 27th. Hardcore Metroidvania, Blasphemous, is a great game of the genre with its challenging yet rewarding combat and horror-themed aesthetics. It's a dark and twisted game, but I think that helps it to stick out among the sea of Metroidvanias. The game was very well received, won a ton of praise, and has been popular enough to earn a sequel. That said, if you haven't played the second game yet, the first one is a great starting point. It takes place right where the first one leaves off. It's back on sale, finally returning to its all-time low price of $6.24. Astebreed is a really unique shoot-'em-up. It switches perspective during gameplay. See, at times it'll be a vertical shooter, sometimes side-scrolling, and it'll even switch to a rail shooter perspective. It's pretty crazy, and the changing of perspectives really keeps you on your toes. That said, the gameplay is fast and furious. I love it. It's intense. I love the lock-on mechanics that remind me a bit of Taito's Ray series. It's not a bad-looking game either. 2.5D visuals look great, and yeah, they sort of remind me of the Ray series as well. This is only $3.99 via the latest eShop sale, and if you're a shoot-'em-up fan, you need to own this one, full stop. It's a heck of a deal. A modern sequel to the hidden gem Neo Geo shoot-'em-up, Andro Dunos II still retains the classic visual look, and does so with some really nice level design and some solid gameplay mechanics. During gameplay, players will get access to 4 upgradable weapons that they can switch to on the fly. Each weapon has its use, especially in fights with the bosses, so the strategy is learning when to use which weapon that best suits your need based on the situation. While it isn't the best shoot-'em-up ever made, what it does is just be a good, fun, and solid retro-style shoot-'em-up, and there's nothing wrong with that for sure. It's on sale for just $4 even via the latest eShop sale. Phantom Breaker, Omnia, is back on sale at its previous low price of $4.99. While it's not the best 2D fighting game for the Switch, there's no doubt that for $5, you could do far, far worse. It's a fun game for what it is. It's an anime-style fighting game that features 20 characters to choose from, the ability to choose between 3 different fighting styles for each character for added depth, and even has online multiplayer to boot. Again, for $5, it's worth picking up if you're hungry for some fighting game fun for the Switch on the cheap.